touch him, mark it up. Touchdown, Sioux Falls.
40, the 30, and he is gone to the house. Touchdown, Tallahassee.
Tipped and picked off by Colin Douglas, who's going to take it back all the way.
A pass caught, first down. What a move! Dr. Sim, get out of here! The doctor is in for the touchdown!
SFL Nation, you know what day it is. It's Sunday afternoon, and we are coming to you live from Atlanta, Georgia, as the Atlanta Swarm at 4-1 welcome to 3-1 Baltimore Crabs to the Hive in Atlanta. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Andy Hamilton, and I got my color commentator with me, Shann Varner. Shann, what are you looking for in today's highly contested matchup?
Thanks, Andy. I'm looking forward to seeing which team's going to have the better offense today. Baltimore coming off a win, Atlanta coming off of a great win against Tallahassee.
Two great teams set to line up. Two high-powered offenses ready to do battle, both averaging over 30 points per game following the coin toss. Atlanta chooses to receive. Baltimore will tee it up for everyone at SFL Nation. Let's get the week started, huh? Baltimore wearing white and red helmets will kick it to Atlanta wearing blue with white helmets. And we are underway. The return will come out across the 20 and down to the 24. And that is where we'll see Atlanta's offense headed off by a new quarterback. Shann, talk to me about DeMar Woods.
Yeah, he's a new rookie sensation coming up to take Michael Mandell's spot. The biggest thing that I want to see today is, can this rookie have a debut, and can it live up to Michael Mandell's season thus far?
DeMar Woods will start in the shotgun. Four receivers split out, and he will throw on 1st and 10. Good protection in the pocket, dumps it off short, and that's caught. It's number 81, L. Spark, with the catch.
Well, Andy, I think if that line keeps up the way it's doing right now, I think there's no question that Woods is going to have a great season.
Woods coming into his first game. Malcolm Mandell led the team, the Gold Star, all the way to this point, but DeMar Woods comes in at the halfway point of the season, and at 4-1, you usually don't see a switch in quarterback. Shann, is this unusual for Atlanta, or do you think this is something that we'll see more of as BDG Hollywood breaks off a 3 or 4 yard carry?
That was a great run, by the way, but going back to your question, I think that he's fit for this team. I think that he's come into a great O-line, and if they can protect him well, I think he'll finish out the season great.
So far, they've protected him well, but they got to do it again here on 3rd and 3 from the 31. They'll give it to Hollywood up the gut, and Hollywood's shut down. Nothing doing as Matt Simmons flew in there with Steven Darrow and shut down the run play up the gut.
Steven Darrow is a beast. If I recall, last week he had a great game.
Yeah, Darrow has been all over the field for the Crabs, and he was able to get up the middle and plug that one up and force Atlanta into a punting situation. Otis Jenkins is on to kick it away to the Baltimore offense, who is averaging over 350 yards a game. Kick is away. It'll be fielded and returned, and going backwards is Pockmeyer, and he'll be dropped at the 33. They'll give him the forward progression, and he is down.
Oh, no.
It's not really something you want on the return, is to go backwards, right, Shann?
That is not what you want there. He is their 3rd receiver, and he has had quite a season thus far.
Yeah, Pockmeyer, the bronze receiver for the Crabs, going down with an injury early here. Especially not what you want on the first time you touch the ball.
It is not. He's had 20 receptions for 149 yards. Not a touchdown yet, but we'll see if he gets back into this game.
So there's a look at Sanzo Robinson and an impeccable week last week, and he will try and do the same, but Atlanta will bring 5 out and put him on the line to try and shut down this first down play. South hands it to Robinson. Robinson stood up at the line and dropped for a loss.
I think that was a great play by the defense. I think they're looking for Sanzo to run. I think that that defensive line led by Ludacris is something to look out for this season.
Yeah, it's the gold star defensive tackle, Ludacris. Mark Chisholm has invested heavily in the defensive side of the ball, putting a gold safety and Ludacris as a silver, a 5-2 formation, and now they'll move to the 4-2, and the swing out to Robinson on the right side will get shut down after a gain of 4. Shann, do you believe that Atlanta was pulling out the 5-2 on the first play of the game?
I cannot. That's very unusual play, but you know, if anybody can make it work, Mark Chisholm can make it work.
And Matt South now is going to have to face a 3-2 on 3rd and 7 from the 36. Dropping to throw, going for it all, deep down the left side, nearly picked off. Incomplete. He was testing Deltha Coakley there on that right side of the field, and Coakley made him pay for it.
Yeah, Deltha Coakley. He's one of the top guys there on the defense.
And a veteran in this league, Shann, right? What other teams have we seen Coakley on so far in his illustrious SFL career? Sioux Falls, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Sioux Falls, I think that's it. Just Sioux Falls in Atlanta here. Sioux Falls with 2 seasons, Season 6 and Season 7. Atlanta with Season 8 and Season 9.
Graciani gets the punt off, and Atlanta has a little bit of a return out of Eric Vincent to the 33, and DeMar Woods will re-enter the field for his second drive of his career. What did you like and what did you dislike on the first drive for the Swarm, Shann?
I think they had a good game going as far as the pass. I think if they keep that up, they can move the ball well.
A 4-receiver set for Woods, who is under center. Baltimore showing blitz. They'll pull out of it. Sanzo Robinson, or BDG Hollywood, excuse me, up the gut. 2 great backs in the game, and Hollywood shows his worth there, making it all the way to the 43 on the first down carry.
Hey, Andy, I see how you can confuse these 2 guys. These 2 guys right here are some of the best running backs on the Eastern Conference.
And when you get a blocker out in front of him, it's even more dangerous for any of the defensive players that get in the way. So that'll set the Swarm into a new set of downs, 1st and 10 from the 43, looking to cross midfield for the first time in the game on the second drive. 3 receivers split out for Woods. They'll give it to Hollywood again off the left side. Hollywood shows some speed and picks up 5 to the 48.
You know, Atlanta's doing a great job by stacking the box on that 3 receivers over there to the left, and then running out of that, setting the Baltimore Crabs up into a pass defense. So if they can continue doing that, there might be some shots over the middle they'd like to take.
Yeah, and one of the reasons that we saw the switching quarterback to Woods was the turnovers we saw from Mandel. Woods throws an incompletion there on 2nd down. He was looking for Eric Vincent off the left side. Cam, do you, sorry, I saw Cam in the chat. Shann, do you think because of the switching quarterback we'll see a decrease from those 12 turnovers out of this Atlanta offense, or do you think that number might stay relatively similar?
It might stay similar, but I think the first thing that you got to look at is these receivers have got to catch the ball. In order for his numbers to go up, they've got to make successful plays and get open.
There's a catch there off the left side, just as you ordered it up. Boo Chisholm will make the play to the 45 right in front of Mark, and that'll be a first down for the Swarm there, the first one of DeMar Woods' career through the air, I should say.
He probably said, good job, get in there and do that again.
Right, coming up to make the tackle was number 21, Jeffrey Desir on the defensive side. But Chisholm has had quite the year as well, Shann. 11th best receiver in the league right now.
He is, with 31 receptions, 482 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Stemming from last season, he had 57 receptions, 1,119 yards, and 8 touchdowns. So he's well over his way.
They were looking for him again on the left side corner route, and Ray Cobain said, no, sir.
Yeah, Ray is playing exceptional ball this year.
He's able to pop back in there and guard the corner route well, which is one that we see a lot in the SFL as kind of a hit-or-miss ball. Sometimes you get a big play out of it, and sometimes you end up throwing a pick. So a good job by Ray Cobain to bat that one to the turf. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 45. They need the 35 to move the chains. Woods is under center. 3 receivers split out, and Hollywood in the backfield. He will take the snap. Short drop, quick throw, sidearms it incomplete. A diving attempt there from Boo Chisholm will bring up 3rd and 10. What do you think about the little sidearm action there, Shan?
I think he just needs to, sometimes you may want to drop back a little bit more so that you can complete that pass, 100% instead of just taking the little step drop and hoping for the best.
Yeah, that'll force him into a 3rd and 10 from the 45 with 6.5 minutes left in the first. 3-2 look for the Crabs. Woods under pressure, throws as he's hit down the field, incomplete. He overthrew his man. He was looking for the tight end, Cody Taylor, and he was unable to connect with him, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Right. That defense just got to him,
Yeah, the pressure was up the middle, and that's what caused the errant throw.
I believe that was Michael Wall, number 93, defensive tackle. Just came right up in there and disrupted the pass, and you saw what happened.
Taylor, not the leading receiver for the team, but does have 4 touchdowns on the season, so Woods would do well to connect with him early, but is unable to do it on that drive, and Atlanta will punt it away. A fair catch called for at the 12 there by Sean Augustine, who will fill in for Josh Pockmeyer, who has still not returned to the game. So Matt South early here, coming over to Baltimore by way of L.A., is down a receiver early. Shan, do you think this is something he'll be able to overcome?
Oh, for sure. Matt is a great quarterback. He has 136 completions with 194 attempts. That is 95% quarterback rating there, okay? Last year he had a 69.4 completion rating, and he seems to be doing better this season.
And we're getting the news now. Pockmeyer will be out for the rest of the game. That was a 3-yard carry for Sanzo Robinson. Shan, we saw Sanzo with such a great game last week. How do you think Atlanta's defense would prepare for that going forward?
I think they're going to have to pick and choose their poisons here. They're either going to have to stop Robinson or they're going to have to stop the pass, because Matt South can just get it to these guys.
South on 2nd down, hands it to Robinson off the right side. Robinson batted down, and he's able to get through the first tackle behind the line and make his way down to the 44. You were just talking about some of the big play efforts he's put forward, and we see one there.
That's right, Andy. I think that Sanzo could have a great day if Atlanta's defense just blocks like that.
Yeah.
I think he's a dangerous weapon, and like I said before, I think you're going to have to choose which poison that you're going to want to try to defend in this game.
Robinson's got 7 touchdowns on the ground, 2 through the air. We'll see if that will be a factor later in the game. But for now, Matt South will throw. Under pressure, gets it away off the left side, and a good completion there to his number 1 receiver, Kendall Gilbert.
Yeah, Kendall Gilbert is a star receiver. He has 41 receptions for 650 yards, 5 touchdowns already this season.
That pairs well with Mike Osai on the other side, but the loss of Pockmeyer makes it interesting because these cornerbacks can now pin down just those 2 receivers. On 2nd and 6 from the 48, Baltimore will be in the split backs. Quick drop, South moves up in the pocket, fires down the field. He had a man wide open and overthrew him. He was looking for Mike Osai right there. And Shan, if he would have caught that one, he would have been gone, buddy.
Oh, man. Over the middle, no one around him. To the house he would have been.
A loss in coverage there by Atlanta as someone just let Osai slip through. And when you got Pockmeyer out and you only got to focus on Osai and Gilbert, I can't believe you let that happen. 3rd and 6 from the 48. 2 backs in the backfield. They'll give it to Robinson up the gut. Robinson drives through 1 and 2 and makes the first down to the 45. Sanzo Robinson showing some strength as that was ludicrous on his back, Shan.
That was just an amazing run, Andy. With 119 carries, 935 rushing yards with 7 touchdowns. No wonder that guy's amazing.
Yeah, and he adds another 41 yards today so far. 4:10 to play left in the first quarter. Matt South is in the shotgun and will throw. Good protection, moves up, throwing left side, nearly picked off on the diving attempt. He was looking for Gilbert again, and Deltha Coakley again denies the completion. So far, Coakley has held Kendall Gilbert in check, Shan. Do you think that trend will continue, or do you think Gilbert will be able to break free?
I think if it's one-on-one matchup, I think that Gilbert can beat that matchup. Coakley coming off of a great season last season with 48 tackles, 12 assists, 1 tackle for loss, 6 interceptions.
And there's a big throw there, Shan. It was a completion to Mike Osai on the deep slant route, and Osai is able to find a hole in the coverage and pick up the first down of the 14.
Well, Mike Osai is the veteran on this team.
And that's weird to say, considering that I remember when that man was drafted.
That's right. I guess we're getting old here. Season 7 was his debut. He had 53 receptions, 1,076 reception yards with 9 touchdowns.
3 receivers set here for South from the 14. 3 linemen down for Atlanta, and they'll give it to Robinson up the gut. Robinson put down quickly, though. A nice carry, but Bushido Brown puts him to the turf at the 13, so a 2nd and 9 incoming. Shan, what are you thinking here if you're the offensive coordinator?
I'm thinking running it again. I mean, he's getting positive yards. As long as you can get positive yards, might as well keep feeding.
4-3 look for Atlanta. They're thinking the same thing, Shan. Matt South changes, throwing, end zone wide open. Did he get the feet down? No. He brought the pass in, but oh my gosh, that would have been one of the best catches of the year for Mike Osai. Instead, it's an incompletion, and that'll bring up 3rd and 9. Shan, they surpassed the run and just tossed it, and Osai was able to beat his man off the line.
Yeah, Andy, I think that's going to cost them. I think that in the red zone here, I think you just need to, run the ball with Sonzo. That's your playmaker. That is your guy that you go to in, good situations like this.
South to throw, short check down, and that'll be brought down shy of the line to gain. A nice catch by Mike Montgomery to look it into the hands, but unable to convert, and that'll bring out the field goal team. Sham, what do you think about Baltimore's second drive here?
I think it was productive. I think that they hit key moments where they caught Atlanta's defense sleeping. Those passes over the middle were crucial. But I think them not running it down here in the red zone when you have a powerful back like Sonzo, I think that was a mistake.
Eric Walsh nails the 24-yard field goal, and so Baltimore will lead here in Atlanta 3-0 over the Swarm. Baltimore starting off strong this season. Shan, talk to me about their last 4 games and how they're kind of carrying momentum into this game against Atlanta.
I think that they've done a really great job. If I'm not mistaken, I think they're 3 out of 4 being wins for this stretch.
And obviously Atlanta dropped the 1 game, but so far has been hot themselves. That return will come out to the 24, and that is where DeMar Woods will lead the team back onto the field. Not much time for Woods to learn the playbook as he signs nearly at the mid-season point, but we'll have to see if he can get productive here, as Atlanta is going to need some scoring points here late in the first quarter as they're down 3-0 at home. 2 receivers. Go ahead, Shan.
I was going to say that I think that's one of the reasons why they're relying heavily on BDG Hollywood. I think that, having a new quarterback, having to learn the plays, may not have everything quite yet. I mean, I know football is football, but I think they're running heavily because of that.
That check down there to Boo Chisholm was good for 4. Woods will be in the shotgun here with 2 receivers bottom of the screen. 4 down linemen for the Crabs who are going to shift to the right and show blitz. They'll back out of it and only bring 4. Woods check down to Hollywood on the right side for the first down. BDG Hollywood getting involved in the passing game. Shan, how do you think that will affect the Baltimore Crabs defense, which is going to have to try and defend him in the middle and on the outsides apparently?
Well, since so far he has 25 receptions, 145 yards, and a touchdown reception, I'll be throwing it to him a little bit more.
We'll see if that trend will continue moving forwards. Woods might have a new favorite receiver if he keeps running like that and picking up first downs.
One person we haven't heard from is Cody Taylor.
Yeah, the one deep pass to Taylor was incomplete as they were looking for him. He would have had a score, but we'll see if they can find him here. The toss there is to the man himself, Cody Taylor. Shann, you are just calling the plays for Atlanta as well as Baltimore there, as that one's good to the 49.
Hey, I'm an offensive coordinator by trade, okay? I look at these plays like I would call them, okay?
A new set of downs for Atlanta here. 1st and 10 to the 49 as we tick on here in the first quarter. 3-0 Crabs, but DeMar Woods leading the team down the field as they looked across midfield on this play here. Hollywood off the left side surpasses midfield on the 3-yard carry to the 48.
Man, if he had just took a sidestep to that left right there, he'd have been gone to the house.
Right, plenty of room on the outside there, and they exploited that earlier. I'm surprised to see Mark Chisholm sending him inside the tackles on that carry. 2nd and 7 from the 48. 4-3 look for the Crabs. Woods to throw, looking deep, wants it all on the right side. Got a man to the 15. It's Eric Vincent with the diving grab.
Oh, Eric Vincent, that was a great catch. So far, he has 27 receptions for 300 yards. What's interesting to me is that they moved him from tight end position to wide receiver.
It looks to me like he
Right now, Cody Taylor has 353 yards receiving, and Eric only has 307.
He just blew Jeffrey Dessert off the line on the fade route. Here's a handoff to Hollywood up the gut that'll go nowhere. Shann, I know you love the fade routes. Talk to me a little bit about what that route did for Atlanta as it gave them a new life here as we end the first quarter.
Well, I think that Woods saw that, Baltimore was playing man-to-man, and they had to take a shot. And who best to take the shot than Eric Vincent, one of their top receivers.
The Diva himself puts the Atlanta Swarm in the SFL red zone. 11 minutes to play here on the clock in the second quarter. Woods to throw again, dumps it off short to Vincent again, and Eric Vincent getting involved early here on that 8-yard reception.
He is. Being 6'5", 255 pounds is kind of hard to move all that, but once he gets going, he's going.
Other SFL games in action as San Antonio is taking on Oklahoma City and St. Louis is taking on Tallahassee. If you're looking for a way to get to those games, make sure you are in our Discord channel as the links are there. Woods throws on the left side for the pylon. It's Cody Taylor. Touchdown Swarm as they strike back against the Crabs. Shann, you were just talking about getting Cody Taylor involved. Right there, he has his 5th touchdown of the season.
Yeah, 17 receptions, 358 yards, and 5 touchdowns now for this season.
He was working on a generic linebacker on the out route, and when you got silver versus generic, why don't you just check it down? DeMar Woods, a great first throw for a touchdown in his career. So Atlanta will line up to try and add the extra point here and make it a 4-point difference here at home.
I believe that's Jason Arena, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Jason Arena who adds the extra point. 7-3, Atlanta on top, and we're hearing the crowd here, Shann. They're getting excited.
Yeah, well, I would be too. I mean, we just went down there and scored on one of the best teams, in the Eastern Division. So, let's see if our defense can hold them and repeat that again.
This is a tight Eastern Division battle. If Baltimore wins, Atlanta will drop below Baltimore in the standings. However, if Atlanta wins, they will keep pace with Tallahassee, who is playing St. Louis currently. Baltimore will get the ball, though, down by 4. They will return it to the 29, and that is where we'll see Matt South come back out. Last drive, Shann, they picked up 3, but couldn't quite find the way in the end zone. What do you think has to change on this drive in order for Baltimore to kind of strike back and respond to that touchdown from Atlanta?
Well, I think that Matt has to find some guys open, either in the middle or down the field. I think they have to open this defense up and try to get some big plays out of here.
On first down, they'll give it to Robinson off the right side. Robinson into the open field and down to the 42 for the first down. Robinson finding his way into the secondary and introducing himself to some of those defensive backs in Atlanta.
Sonzo Robinson is just a great running back. He has great vision. He's got great blockers in front of him. That's one reason why he can get open and trot down the field like he does. It's because of those well
Yeah, we were talking about the blockers earlier, and they're still getting involved here for Baltimore. First and 10 from the 42. 4-down lineman for Atlanta. They'll give it to Robinson up the gut again. Robinson off the right side. Robinson into the open field. One man to beat, and he can't do it. Atlanta will keep him from finding the end zone, but Sonzo Robinson, Shann, is taking over this drive.
He is. Something messed up with my mic. I apologize. Yeah, like I said earlier in the game, you just need to feed the big guy there. Just pick and choose which way you're going to run it and just keep on with it.
First and 10. It's going to be from the 40 as Baltimore breaks back into Atlanta territory. Not yet in field goal range for Eric Walsh, though. South down the middle, incomplete. It was a dropped pass. He was looking for number 49, the fullback Chad Morgan.
You have to make those catches. This is a tight game. You have to make those catches over the middle. There's no excuse.
The incompletion will bring up 2nd and 10. And Baltimore will have to try and pick up some easy yards here to make the 3rd down more manageable. Atlanta in the nickel 3-3 going to try and put that one to rest. 2 backs in the backfield for Baltimore. And they'll give it to Robinson. Robinson up the gut, lowers the helmet, and is able to pick up 7 to the 33. Shann Sonzo Robinson has 81 yards on 9 carries.
It's going to be tough to stop him, especially up the middle and, quite frankly, to the outside. You're going to have to do something, blitz them or anything. Try to force them to pass.
Matt South will do that here, and down he goes. A sack on 3rd down. Ludacris in the backfield, able to bring him down at the 34. Now it's decision time, Shann. From the 34, it's about a 50-yard kick. Are you kicking it or are you punting?
I think I'm going to punt. Pin Atlanta back deep and see if BDG Hollywood can overcome that deficit.
Despite having the bronze kicker, they will punt just like Shann wants. And the bounce will be at the 5, and it'll be dropped down at the 2. Great special teams coverage from Baltimore. The kick came from Pablo Graciani, and the down was a great defensive effort there by Felix Maryland, the backup, strong safety.
That was just a great kick by Pablo. I mean, he got it down there where he wanted it, where they needed it, and their defense is, high-fiving each other right now.
8:19 left in the second. DeMar Woods has found himself backed up, and his heels are on the goal line as he's going to take this snap. He'll give it to Hollywood off the right side. Hollywood backed up. Lost 1, but not the 2 that Baltimore was looking for. Shann, we saw a game last week end in a safety. Do you think Atlanta will be able to pull this one off the line here?
I don't know. I just think that, Woods can get the ball out. If he can get the ball out effectively, which would be short, then he can make some room for Hollywood.
Hollywood able to get out of the end zone there and pick up another yard to give Woods a little more breathing room. It'll be 3rd and 9. Shann, we might have to see a pass here, and that's where Baltimore can really let the guys loose and go get them.
Yeah, if they want to play it that way, if they line up in a run formation and they get Baltimore's defense down on the line, they can probably burn them.
4-down lineman for Baltimore. Woods under center will drop to throw. Deep drop. Moves up in the pocket. Slings one to the sideline. Caught Eric Vincent at the 19. Taps the toes.
That man is clutch. That was an amazing catch.
Able to bring it in on the sideline. What a snag. I thought that Woods might just be throwing it away, but apparently him and Eric Vincent have been working on the sideline routes. Right in front of Jeffrey Desert, too.
yeah, it looked like he was going to either get tackled or he was going to take off running. And him being a rookie in this league, I would not advise you just start taking off and running.
That's a quick way to lose your head, huh? 7:15 left in the second quarter. 3 receivers, bottom of your screen. Nickel 3-3 for the Crabs. Woods under center. Hollywood, the lone man in the backfield. Woods to throw. He'll check it down on the out route, and it's caught by T. Dot there for a 3-yard pickup to the 22. And that's a good throw on first down, Shan. I mean, what would you say is the lowest amount of yards on first down you would accept?
Possibly 3. On first down, I'm either going to try to run for 3 or I'm going to try to pass for 3. If I'm trying to combat the defense to play my game.
Well, Hollywood there on second down will get the catch out of the backfield and will pick up one more, or excuse me, he'll lose 1 yard. And so they'll be back to the 21 on 3rd and 8. Last time it was 3rd down. Woods threw that dime to Eric Vinson. Shan, what kind of defense would you throw on the field here if you're trying to stop Woods from picking up this 8 yards?
I would probably go into a dime 3-2, just so that I have my cornerbacks, in man formation maybe.
They're doing that. They're doing it here, and we'll see what Woods has got. Baltimore brings an extra blitzer. Woods finds a man down the middle of the field, and it's Hollywood who's able to pick up the completion to the 40. Hollywood being effective not only in the swing and the handoff game, but the deep down the middle game.
So Packmeyer, who? he is definitely a playmaker.
Yeah, BDG Hollywood able to find the hole in the defense and just exploits it, avoiding helping with blocking as Baltimore brought the extra man. Now, Atlanta will put everyone on the line except for 2 receivers to the top and Hollywood in the backfield with Woods. They'll give it, or they'll fake, a great fake from Woods there as he throws a pick! Intercepted there. It's Riley Erling, the outside linebacker, and it looked like Woods was throwing it right to him. Shane, would you think?
I couldn't quite see who that was going for. It may have been. I just didn't quite see who Woods was throwing the ball to there. But it was a great play by Erling.
Baltimore has new life as they decided to punt, and they get the ball back right around where they punted it from. South in the shotgun will throw right side, incomplete. He overthrew Mike Osai. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10 at the 38. Shan, do you think Woods overthrew that last ball or underthrew the receiver that was coming across the field?
He may have been overthrowing it because the corner there was, they were matched up really well, playing some man-to-man. So I think he kind of, stopped his route there a little bit. Maybe some hands down the field that wasn't called.
The first turnover of the game goes towards the Crabs. Matt South in the shotgun again, finds a man on the out route for 9, and it's Mike Osai able to bring that one in at the 29 to bring up a very manageable 3rd and 1.
Yeah, the veteran is really, really cutting those corners quick there. As you saw, his feet very, very quick from Mike Osai right there. But on the other side, Atlanta was good to swim in there and make the play.
Yeah, Delta Coakley closed him down pretty quickly. So on the pivotal 3rd and 1, South will throw. Quick throw, left side, got the first down. Is that Ludacris who dropped back in coverage on Mike Osai?
It looks like it.
That's a very interesting play. It is a silver against a silver. Osai gets the better of the big man.
I was really expecting him to run the ball there. I was really expecting for Sanzo to run, but very effective play.
On 1st and 10, South will throw the swing to Sanzo Robinson, who keeps his feet in bounds and jumps forward for 6. Ludacris, another tackle as he's racking them up, Shan.
He is. He's all over the field.
All over the field. 2nd and 4 from the 12. Baltimore got only a field goal on their last scoring drive. They will try and get more out of this one, and watch the 2 receivers. Gilbert is actually in the slot on this one. Osai has moved to the outside. Atlanta showing blitz on South. They'll bring it. The handoff to Robinson. He redirects to the right side. Sanzo Robinson, touchdown, Baltimore. The man finds his way into the end zone again after some good blocking, and Baltimore strikes back and retakes the lead.
That's why that man is dangerous. Any kind of block, it doesn't matter whether it's your fullback, whether it's your tight end, whether it's your wide receivers. These guys are getting it done.
Pass game, run game, touchdown game. Sanzo Robinson, his 8th touchdown on the ground of the year, puts Baltimore on top 9-7 with the extra point from Eric Walsh pending. With 4:27 left in the second, the extra point is up and good, and we're going to give it back to the rookie, DeMar Woods. Shan, would you try and get him down the field quickly with all 3 timeouts and kind of play the defensive game, or would you be more of the mindset of waste that clock a little bit with Hollywood and take your time getting down the field to possibly tie this one up, if not take the lead?
Well, I think that the way Baltimore's playing right now, I think you're going to have to go in. You got to go score quick. There's no sense in trying to run the clock out at this point. You're behind. If nothing else, try to get down there and even this thing up.
The return will come to the 20, so Woods will have to go down the field 80 yards if he's looking to hit pay dirt. They're only down by 3, though, and I think it could be a win for both teams to go into the locker room tied, Shan. I don't think that would be too much of a loss for either of them.
I don't think so either. I think if you go down and you tie the game up, you're basically starting off at 0-0.
Yeah, in a game like this, it's better to be close than too far away, you know?
It is. It is. Both defenses are playing well, and I think that that's what Atlanta's going to have to do is you're going to have to tie this game up, go into halftime, reconfigure this thing, and then come out and play some ball.
Eric Vincent, a great 5-yard catch there, getting the feet in bounds as he continues the toe drag swag on the right sideline. That'll bring up 2nd and 5 from the 25. Time continues to click as Eric Vincent apparently stayed in bounds. And Shan calls it again. Hollywood up the gut will pick up 2 to the 27, and it'll be 3rd and 4. Why would you say run play, Shan?
Oh, just the top of the formation that it was. It was 2 tight ends set, heavy to the left. And it's a great play to draw the defense down. And if you have a great running back like Hollywood and you can bust it through that middle, you can have huge yards out of that. 3rd
and 4. Woods needs to convert here on this pass. He looks to the left sideline. Got it, the man. You know who it is. It's Boo Chisholm. 1st down to the 31.
And that's a great play by Chisholm, too. He comes in. He makes the little push there, and he gets out to the out route there, and he does a great job of catching the ball in bounds and then right after that getting out of bounds. So he's using that time on that clock very well.
DeMar Woods, an 88 rating so far in his first SFL game. He'll be alone in the shotgun here and look to throw it. Slings it short, caught for another 1st down to number 19, Leroy Green, who moves the ball to the 42 as Atlanta nears midfield. And Shan, I don't know if you'll believe this when I tell you, but San Antonio is beating Oklahoma City with 9 seconds left in the first half, 6-3.
Wow. Sounds like a very defensive game.
That game over on Rabbit. Hollywood bounces to the right side and will pick up 7 there.
If he would have broke that one more blocker, he'd have been gone.
Yeah, that unfortunately for him, that one more blocker was Steven Darrow, who's kind of had Hollywood's name all day. And he was only able to get to the 49, so Atlanta will try and get over midfield on this play. 2nd and 3 as we close in. This should be the last play before the 2-minute warning if Woods can get it off. Woods will change the play at the line, getting real close, and will finally get the snap off. Woods under pressure, throws left side, caught. It's number 84, Jack Burton, the 2nd tight end, who takes us to the 2-minute warning as Atlanta crosses over into Baltimore territory.
Yeah, that was just a good play. I mean, a great little out route, just getting the yardage that they need. and constantly moving the ball. Maybe they were doing like you said, Andy. Maybe they're trying to burn the clock a little bit and get it down there to make this field goal to tie it up at half.
A great play design there by Mark Chisholm. DeMar Woods to throw on first down. Swings it out to Hollywood, who's shut down behind the line. Baltimore saw that one coming.
And I think that's just a rookie mistake by Woods. I mean, you had two DBs coming down there to the flats, and he threw it anyway. So that's definitely not Hollywood's fault. I think it just poor decision-making from the quarterback.
Yeah, not much Hollywood could do once he got his hands on that ball. Very good point, Shan. Two receivers split out here for DeMar Woods on 2nd and 11, and he will throw. Plenty of time. Great protection under a little pressure now. Moves up in the pocket, and the pocket folds. He had great protection, Shan, and it looks like Hollywood dumped out of the backfield and was not able to cover for him anymore.
You know, I have to go back again to this rookie mistakes. You know, you're in the big leagues now, guy. You know, you got to make these plays. You've got to step up in the pocket. You've got to take off running if necessary. You just got to do whatever it takes to make the play.
Atlanta will come out heavy receiver set. 4 receivers, no tight end on the field for DeMar Woods, who will look to throw here because they need yards in order to get into field goal range. Woods to throw it. Good time. Down the middle. Picked off his second interception of the game. And I believe that's Eddie Gage.
Eddie Gage, the true veteran, 7 seasons in this league. 7.
And he makes the rookie pay for testing him deep.
That's right. He did a Matumbo on him. No, not in my house. Okay.
He makes T-Dot and DeMar Woods pay for that test down the middle of the field, and really they needed to, Shan. Because of the way that the drive was looking, they were not going to be able to kick a field goal from there, and I think that made Woods force that one a little bit.
I think you're right, Andy. I think he forced it in there, trying to be a playmaker, and you just need to do what you do best: run the ball, get these little short out routes.
Matt South in a lot of trouble, and down he goes. It looks like Ludacris got in the backfield before South could even hand the ball off. You ever seen that in your life, Shan?
I have not, but you know, ask Ludacris.
That was some Jadeveon Clowney in college type play. You know which hit I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
South under center on 2nd and 13. Will throw. Swings it out to Robinson on the right side, and he'll pick one of those yards back up as we continue to tick on. Shan brings up a Cam brings up a very good point in the chat. Our play-by-play and color commentary technology is a success today, Shan. If people want to get involved with color commentating, they can go ahead and send me a Discord message, and we'll see if we can get more people on some of these calls, as we have a record 7 play-by-play guys going today. Shan, how have you enjoyed so far today? Having fun?
I'm having a blast. I mean, I'm just watching the game like I normally do, and you know, trying to analyze each and every play and look at both sides of the ball, and now I'm getting to actually say what I want to say, you know, in doing that.
Well, we will get more from you after the half, Shan. For everyone here at SFL Network, we will join this game back after the half. 10-7 Baltimore leads in Atlanta. We are back for the second half of action here in Atlanta. Baltimore leads, and the 2 takeaways by the Crabs are really the difference in this game so far, Shan. And the unfortunate part for Atlanta is they get the ball out of the half.
It is, and I think that what Baltimore was doing before the half was just kind of, nickel and diming it, and just like you said earlier, trying to run the clock out so they can go into the half with the lead.
Baltimore gets the ball back and will return it out to the 26, and Matt South will re-enter the field. So far, a clean sheet for Baltimore in terms of turnovers, Shan. They've thrown 6 on the season, so Matt South so far playing a very good game and a very good season. 11 touchdowns to 7 interceptions, and TJ really has him doing well.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
South will throw on first down, dumps it out to Robinson off the right side. Robinson up the field, and that's good for 9, as the swing pass is not necessarily something Atlanta was looking for on first down.
Yeah, I agree. I think that one thing that adds to Matt South's statistics is that he can just dump it off to Sonzo, and Sonzo can get those extra yards, and he has reliable people around him. That's what makes the difference.
The handoff is up the gut for Robinson, who picks up the first down to the 37. Now, Shan, I'm going to ask you the impossible question. You got Robinson and you got BDG Hollywood, and you can take one of them to start your franchise. Which one are you taking?
I'm going to have to go with Sonzo. He's just a bigger back. I think that I could utilize him much more in the game.
They will do so here and utilize him well on first down to pick up 5 to the 42, as Baltimore, right out of this half, is rolling with a 3-point lead.
Yeah, when I was coaching at Carolina, Johnny English was 6'4", 245. So you're looking at Sonzo here being 6'2", 232, and I think that's the difference.
Robinson off the left side picks up the first down and is into Atlanta territory at the 48. Shane, you talked about English's size. Don't you mean he was 10 foot and 355,000 pounds?
Pretty close. I mean, when you're looking at him running at you, you probably thought he was that size. But no, he's just a big guy that can run the ball well. And I would love to see Carolina do that today.
Carolina playing in a later game. Baltimore here hates the Skyhawks, and a nice throw there by South under pressure to get it out to Robinson for 9. Yeah, Carolina will play Cleveland in the later game. We'll get to the schedule here in a moment. But Shan, we still have quite the contest here in front of us for the rest of the second half.
Oh, for sure. I think that what Baltimore is doing right now is they're exploiting the Atlanta defense, and they're just basically having their way with them. Like now, they're going to run the ball probably up to the outside.
Incorrect for the first time today, and he threw it down the middle, and it was a dangerous pass. Looking for Kendall Gilbert. Lots of blue jerseys in the area. It falls to the turf, though. Talking about our schedule later, St. Louis and Tallahassee is now on Rabbit with Yvonne Sanchez on the call. Oklahoma City at San Antonio is also on Rabbit right now. At 5 Central, 6 Eastern, Vancouver heads to Dallas on Rabbit with Mike on the call. And then on YouTube here, Colin Northrup has Cleveland at Carolina. Tonight at 7 Central, 8 Eastern, it's the Alaska Storm heading to Houston to take on the Hyenas with the man himself, Cameron Irvine, on the call. Tomorrow, Mexico City heads to Sioux Falls at 7 Central, 8 Eastern with Curtis on the call. And Tuesday, Chicago will take on Queen City with Eric Vincent on the call. Eric going to have to go from this matchup in Atlanta all the way down to Buffalo for that one. Robinson there, stuffed and unable to pick up the first down. Now it's 4th and inches, and again, decision time for you, Shan. Punt or field goal? Or are you going to go for it?
Well, I was going to say I think that I would go for it if I had a running back that was that good. So.
Well, they're going to throw. Matt South under pressure, down he goes, and a turnover on downs forced by the man himself, Ludicrous.
I can never understand it that you have such a dominant running back and, your coach calls to go for it.
On 4th and inches, too.
4th down in inches. And the guy is averaging 7.2 yards a carry, and you don't run it.
That's a pivotal mistake for Baltimore. Atlanta going to try and make them pay for it as they have impeccable field position to start the drive. Handoff Hollywood, who smacked down. A loss of 1, a huge hit there.
That would be Aaron Lee.
Yeah, do you think Aaron Lee was a little bit upset about that call on 4th down?
He might have been. He's talking to his guys, trying to get them riled up and try to get this defense to come in and play some ball.
Well, he smacks the man down there, and DeMar Woods will now face 2nd and 11. 4 receivers, 3 to the bottom of the screen, 1 up alone at the top, and Hollywood in the backfield. Woods will throw. Throwing left side, got the man, finding his way. I believe that's Eric Vinson for 9 yards to the 48 as they break into Baltimore territory. Shann, how are you going about picking up this 3rd down?
I'm gonna try to go over the middle. If I was Atlanta, I would try to get some catches over the middle. I think that when their defense is in a nickel 3-3 or a dime 3-2, it exposes their linebackers, and that's where I would explore them, is over the middle.
It'll be a 3rd and 2. They need to find their way to the 46, and offsides will give them the free play. Woods going to go for it all on the free one, and it's batted down, incomplete, but why not go for it when you got the 1st down anyway, Shann?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I would have went for the house as well.
And he did just that. Luckily, they had the corner route in on that play, and he almost made it for big yards. And the Atlanta fans are excited about that offsides penalty as it extends the Atlanta drive, as they will now have 1st and 10 from the 42.
And here, I think you just run the ball. You rely on your playmakers. You rely on the guys that got you to this point thus far. So, interesting to see what they do here.
On 1st and 10, new set of downs. They'll give it to Hollywood off the right side. Hollywood, a spin move, and he'll pick up 6. And that's a good chunk of yards from your back on 1st down.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that if you have that back and he's back there and he can eat up those kind of yards, I think you just need to rely on him a little bit more to get the job done.
Under center, they'll give it to Hollywood off the right side again. Hollywood, a good blocker. Spin move into the open field and down at the 28. And if he would have just busted that outside, Shann, he might have found pay dirt.
He might have. I mean, he might have went to the house on that one.
I mean, if you look, the good blocking there, the spin move to juke that man. And look at all that grass on the left side. Steven Darrow able to grab onto him and keep him from the end zone. But, Shann, that was a dangerous run from BDG Hollywood.
It was, and I think that both of these teams had to rely a little bit more on their running backs because their running backs, as you can see, is just eating the defenses up.
In the shotgun, here goes Woods. Handoff to Hollywood. Shann, I know how much you hate handoffs out of the shotgun. Talk to me about that one there for the loss of 1.
I just think that when you line up in that formation, normally that the defense is in probably maybe a nickel or a dime, and the linebackers are so far back off of the line, they can see those plays forming. So, to me, I don't like them as well, but that's just me.
2nd and 11, Woods to throw out of the pressure. A toe tap. What are they feeding these receivers in Atlanta as Boo Chisholm drags the toes by the sideline paint and picks up a nice first down, or a nice reception there to make it 3rd and 7 so that hopefully they can pick up the 1st down.
Correct. I think that going back to what I was saying was when you run it effectively so much and then you try to run it out of the gun, the play doesn't seem to work as well.
Short drop, quick throw, low throw, and it's collected for the 1st down to the 17. Boo Chisholm able to bring it in. What a catch there, Shann, to go low.
Oh, absolutely. I think that that's one of the things I was saying earlier. You have to get your playmakers involved. Boo Chisholm, you have to get your running back involved. Here, I think it's another great pass over the middle, or maybe a short out here to the outside.
1st and 10. Woods, the lone man in the shotgun, will throw down the middle of the field. Caught, diving for the goal line. Touchdown, Atlanta. He fires and connects. T-Dot able to put the dot, as Mac Wavy would say, into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta, as they retake the lead.
Yeah, and you know, that running game there, it does that for you. It draws the defense down. It makes you, you know, throw out of those situations. So, you know, toss over the middle, toss to the outside. Those are both great plays.
What a throw and catch there, as Atlanta is able to put themselves back on top, 13-10. Extra point. Snap was a little high. It'll go through there, as Atlanta strikes again and is now on top 14-10, and Baltimore has to respond after that 4th down play.
And I think they can. I think they have the weapons on offense to do that. I think they just got to catch the Atlanta defense, you know, in man formation or short zone.
Kick is away. Crabs will return it. They will bring it out across the 25, and that is where they'll get shut down. Matt South will re-enter the field of play. First and 10 from the 25. Matt South under center. 3 receivers split out. 4:15 left in the third. They'll give it to Robinson off the left side. Robinson, wrong angle, but he's still able to pick up one, Shan.
Yeah, I think they just got to get him more up the middle and closer to your tackles, so that the blocking is a little bit better. But you know, no play is ever too good to do that. So. He just saw something that maybe we didn't see.
2nd and 9 from the 27. I formation for Baltimore. 4 down linemen for the Swarm. South to throw under a little bit of pressure. Swings it out to Sanzo, who's able to pick up another 4 or 5 yards to make it 3rd and 3 to the 32, as Atlanta is having trouble with the swing pass.
And I think that's what you need to do. If you're Baltimore, and you see that defense closing down, those quick, short outs or those swing passes like that, they really mess with the defense.
Handoff Robinson on 3rd down. He'll be stood up, but Ludacris pushes him forward, and they're able to pick up the 1st down as that tackle went the wrong way, Shan.
Baltimore is saying thank you.
You're not wrong about that. A new set of downs for the Crabs and Matt South at the 36. Under 3 minutes to play here in the third. They're down by 4 in a tight Eastern Conference battle. South to throw. Under pressure, dumps off short, and he's able to pick up 3 on the check down to Sanzo Robinson.
And, you know, and some people would look at that play there and be like, oh, man, he only got 3 yards. But like I said earlier in this game, 3 here, 3 there, 3 here. It's first downs, and that's what you're going for. If you're ahead and you're trying to eat the clock away, that's what you want. But unfortunately, that's not what they want there.
Nothing doing on that one, as the Atlanta defensive line makes a mess of the Baltimore backfield and drops them back 2 yards. It'll be 3rd and 9 from the 37. Not necessarily not obtainable, though, Shan. With an arm like Matt South, you're going to be able to try and pick up the 1st down.
Oh, yeah, these DBs for Atlanta is doing a wonderful job. They're staying back. They're not letting anybody open. So it's forcing Matt to throw short and dinky passes like that that was incomplete. But it's the defense that does that for you. And people look at the defensive line as, well, I can't get my guy involved. I can't do this right here for my defense. But if you put those guys back into coverage, it allows your defensive backs – or excuse me, your linebackers and your defensive line to get more involved.
Pablo Graciani is on to kick it away. and he will boot this one. It's got decent hang time, over 4 seconds, and it'll come down and be brought down at the 28. An okay return from Eric Vincent, but Atlanta gets the ball back here, up by 4.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, Atlanta just has to do what they've been doing. They know what works at this point. You know, with a minute and 30 seconds left in the third quarter, I think that if they just keep running the ball and doing what they do, they can come away with a win here.
It'll be 1st and 10 on the new drive. The handoff to Hollywood off the right side. A spin move. Hollywood under pressure, and down he goes after a pickup of 1, but he ran basically about 4 or 5 yards just to pick up that 1, Shan.
He did, and he ran right into his own guys there. I think he needs to get out and about. Once he breaks to the outside, I think Robinson is gone. Or excuse me, Hollywood.
Yeah. Hollywood not playing as well as Robinson will get another carry there, and he's able to... Ooh, I thought he got the first down on the carry, but they'll mark him a yard shy.
It was close.
Other SFL action underway. Cameron Irvine is updating the chat, so if you're looking for the scores of those games, you can check there as Oklahoma City is down, 10-16, taking on the Vaqueros, and St. Louis is down 10-38. The Pride putting the hurt on them. Woods able to pick up the first down there underneath throw, and a nice grab there by Boo Chisholm to move the chains to the 40.
Boo is doing it. He's doing a great job of getting open. He's helping that quarterback, and doing his job the best of his ability.
Eric Vincent, though, the one who's got more yards on the day, 70 yards on 5 catches for him, but would love to find his way into the end zone. Woods throwing again, and that's incomplete. He was looking there for Jack Burton, who had an out route earlier that was pivotal, but wasn't able to haul that one in. Remember, if you are not a player in our league, go ahead and sign up on simulationfl.net and join our Discord community. You can be a player, much like DeMar Woods, and sign up with the team through Week 8. So there's still 2 weeks to join the league and become a player for an SFL franchise. Woods will give it to Hollywood off the left side, who shut down, nothing doing. Baltimore is prepared for the run on this drive, Shan.
They were.
That's Riley Erling coming down off the left side to make the tackle on Hollywood, and now DeMar Woods will have to line up for 3rd and 10.
I don't think they need a short out route here. I think they need to chunk it.
And he does just that and finds his man down the middle of the field. Cody Taylor, the tight end, another huge grab, and that will end the third quarter.
A great grab by Cody. I mean, he's playing outstanding ball, and I think that this Atlanta offense can make some huge plays. I'm not saying that, but I think that everybody on this team has to do their job. If everybody does their job and it executes, I think that the team will be successful.
Woods able to drop the dime in the bucket right behind Eddie Gage for the first down as we head to the fourth quarter. Shan, get your 4s up.
Oh, I got them up. I'm raising my hand right now. I got my 4s up.
1st and 10 from the 32. As I would say, Atlanta is probably getting right on the edge of field goal range here with the rookie DeMar Woods. A new set of downs gives them plenty of time as Woods will drop to throw on 1st down. Dumping it off to Hollywood, who goes backwards, and they're going to lose 2 yards on that play.
Just simple mistakes. I mean, the defense is coming. No mistakes on Baltimore. They were coming for it. They knew what they needed to do. But, Atlanta needs to get the ball out into positive yards.
Woods is in the shotgun again and will throw here on 2nd and 12. Finds Boo Chisholm on the out route, and that will make it 3rd and manageable. Shan, what do you think about that throw there?
It was great. I would like to have seen that a play earlier. That's what they needed earlier. If they can continue doing that and run the ball successfully, they've got a chance.
3rd and 6 from the 28. They'll need to find their way to the 22 in order to pick up the first down. Otherwise, it looks like field goal time, which is definitely what the Baltimore defense would like on this drive. 4 receivers set, 3 to the top of the formation for Woods, who will drop to throw. Quick 3-step drop under pressure, avoids it. Middle of the field, picked off! And that is the worst possible thing Atlanta could have done in that situation. Anthony George, the man who is on the recipient end of that ball, who I believe doinked a guy in the helmet. Shan, have you ever seen such a crazy play?
I have not. Maybe once before, but it's been a while.
So Matt South and the Crabs get the ball back, just down by 4 as they avoid the big play in their own red zone and take the ball away from Atlanta. Matt South to throw. Good timing. Throws down the middle of the field, and that one's picked back off. Atlanta takes it away. Deltha Coakley gets the ball back for the offense.
Coakley is just lighting it up out there. I don't know what they said at halftime, but somebody gave him some peanut butter crackers or something because he is on fire.
These two teams trading blows here late in the game, and I have a feeling, Shan, that Atlanta's going to be a little more careful with the ball.
Well, I would hope so. So I think that, again, they just need to run this ball. His average is not that great, but, you know, if he can get to the outside, he can do damage.
From the 26, 10 minutes left to play here in the 4th. They'll give it to Hollywood off the right side. He's in trouble. Hollywood, under pressure, gets back to the line of scrimmage. A good job of running by him, but a better job by the Baltimore defense to pursue in the backfield. As we overlook the shade here at the end of the Hive in Atlanta. 2 receivers split out for Woods, who has Hollywood in the I formation. They'll give it to him off the left, and he'll get shut down up the gut. Shan, Baltimore's defense wants it bad.
They do. I think that they know that they need Hollywood to run the ball. I think the defense knows that, and they're doing their best to shut it down. And so far, they're doing a great job at doing that.
From the 26, they're going to need to find their way to the 16 in order to pick up the first down. With 9 minutes left here in the 4th, clock continues to roll. Woods drops to throw, check down. Got Vincent, who tries to shift his way through, and will be brought down 2 yards shy by Stephen Darrow.
I think Eric needs to go back to ballet school. He's shifting and diving. He's shifting and diving the wrong way. You got to go up the field, my man.
Atlanta's offense stays on the field up by 4. Shan, do you think this is anything more than trying to draw Baltimore off sides?
I think that's exactly what it is. They're trying to draw off the side, enabling the inevitable that they're going to have. Oh, they did it. They did it.
It works there. Hollywood unable to pick up the first down, but Baltimore's defensive line makes the grave error, and Atlanta will get a fresh set of downs.
And this right here, guys, this is where BDG Hollywood is dangerous. Right down here in the red zone.
So it'll be a first down here at the 12. They can pick up the first down without getting in the end zone, but I'm sure that Atlanta would like to hit pay dirt if they can. DeMar Woods promised before the game that Atlanta would get to 40 points on the Crabs. So far not living up to that promise, and he's going to have to get going here with 8 minutes left in the 4th. Short drop, quick throw, nearly picked off as Baltimore read that one like a book.
Baltimore, they brung it on that one.
Shan, they read that one like the girls in Atlanta here are reading 50 Shades of Grey. DeMar Woods under center, Hollywood in the backfield, 4 receivers split out. Is that some quads there, Shan?
It looks like it.
Woods to throw, looking right side, and that one's caught! The diva, Eric Vincent, ballet or no ballet, he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Swarm.
That was just a great play, and that's what you're looking for. You want to go forward there, Eric.
He found the mismatch. Jeffrey Deser trying to defend the silver receiver, and Eric Vincent finds his way into the end zone to make it a 20-10 game with the extra point pending. Jason Arena lines it up. 7:25 left in the fourth, and the swarm is buzzing, and Baltimore has to get moving. So far, Shannon, it seems to me like that decision to go for it on fourth down by the Crabs is really the difference in the game because it swapped the field position.
It did. I think that was a critical mistake, but not something that Baltimore can't overcome. I think they have plenty of weapons on the field, and they've got plenty of time. It's 7 minutes and 25 seconds left. Plenty of time.
Yeah, 2 silver receivers for Matt South that he'll have to get going. And it'll all depend on where this spot is. They'll put him at the 27, so a decent field, plenty of time, all 3 timeouts, but they need 2 scores to get back into this game, Shan.
Oh, well, I've seen, great quarterbacks come back from a deficit this far, so there's no doubt that Matt can't get this offense going. He just doesn't need to dink and dunk these passes. He needs to get some big yardage out of each play.
But protect the ball at the same time. South under pressure. Down he goes. I believe.
And you can't do it like that.
Yeah, I believe that was number 91, Gin Rummy, excuse me. Apparently I can't type. Gin Rummy gets up the middle, and Matt South might be a little drunk after that tackle. Second and 14, 7 minutes as the clock rolls after that sack. Matt South is going to have to start finding his way down the field, and he's going the wrong direction. 3 receivers split out, 2 to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. South hands it off. Robinson trying to make up some of the yards and does that. He'll take the ball to the 31. Sonzo Robinson clearly having the better day, but Atlanta's defense has held him out of the end zone.
He has had a great day. Again, you have to make big plays.
3rd and 6. They'll need a first down completion here. South changes the play at the line. Atlanta will counter with another change of their own. And under pressure, down he goes. Matt South sacked on 3rd down. Luda Chris says, move, get out the way, and brings him down for the loss. And now Baltimore will have to kick it back to the Swarm. Graciani on to kick it away, and he will do so. The ball will be kicked down to the 35 and brought back from there. Vincent gets airborne there on that return and will be brought down to the 39.
40-yard line.
Yeah, he was trying to PA there, Shan. I believe that's a ballet term. So, Shan, it's now going to be on Hollywood to try and burn this clock out. What kind of runs are you looking for here as an offensive coordinator?
Still to the outside. They've got a nickel here that's really going to be deadly. So anything to the outside is going to be better.
Woods will dump it off outside for 2. And I think the key for Hollywood will be making sure that he keeps the feet in bounds and keeps that clock rolling, because the minute he steps out, Baltimore has a chance to make a stop. Woods, all 3 timeouts, all 3 interceptions, excuse me, has to protect the ball as well, Shan.
Yeah, and I think that's just rookie nerves coming into his first game.
He'll be under center on 2nd and 8, and we'll use all of that play clock before dropping to pass, and down he goes, a sack. Michael Wall comes through and lays the hit on the rookie. But, Shane, I don't think that's necessarily the worst play in that situation. At least it keeps the clock moving.
Exactly. It keeps the clock moving. It keeps, it's 3rd down and 12. It's not it's not out of the woods for him to get this first down here. But if he's going to dink it, off to the corners or something like that, then or maybe short like that right there is just going to set up a 4th down.
Yeah, but at least the ball was in bounds, right? Leroy Green brings down the catch at the 44, keeps the clock rolling, so at least you bring some time off that clock, because we got to keep in mind Baltimore's down by 2 scores. So, you know, you can leave Baltimore plenty of time for 1, but if they can't get back for that second, it's going to be tough for them.
Yes, I agree.
Jenkins on to punt it away. And he will let that clock roll. We're all the way down to 4 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter. Baltimore gets the ball back, down by 11. The return will come out to the 23. And Shann, to this point, we have seen both passing and running from Baltimore. Do you think the early loss of Josh Pockmeyer has affected this game quite a bit for Baltimore? Do you think it's one of those where it wouldn't have affected the game to this point too much?
I think anytime you take a star receiver out of a team that's used to having that person in there, I think that makes huge. It's a huge hole for that offense.
Osai is having to fill the hole a little bit here as he picks up 5, and Baltimore's going to go hurry up.
And also you don't have that threat of that 3rd receiver. You don't have that other star player out there.
Dumps off across the middle. Sorry, that was Gilbert there who picks up another few yards to make it 3rd and 1. And South will throw again. Quick route, incomplete. Now it's 4th and 1, Shann. Decision time.
I think they're right now that Baltimore's getting desperate. They're trying to throw these. I'm not sure exactly what they're trying to do. They're just it's poor decision making.
Baltimore's going to need 1 yard. The crowd is giving it to them here, as this very well could be your ball game. No conversion here very well could give Atlanta great field position. South is in the shotgun with 2 receivers and will change the play at the line. He will drop to throw, looking for it all down the middle of the field. It's picked off, coming back the other way. Atlanta down the left sideline. They're going to score. No one's going to touch that man. It's Jerry Forth into the end zone. Touchdown, Swarm. Definitely not what you wanted there, Shann. Jerry Forth gets in the way of that pass, and Atlanta puts points on the board right away.
Yeah, I think it was just poor decision making. I think that they're just trying to force the ball, trying to make something happen. Their offense hasn't been really moving the ball since the 3rd quarter, so it's just one of those things, man. You know, great play by Atlanta's defense to come up with the interception and the pick 6, and looks like they're fixing to kick it all back to Baltimore. Now, what Baltimore has to do is they have to forget about that and get their head back in the game.
The crowd is, excuse the pun, buzzing here at the Hive as Atlanta is up by 18 over Baltimore, who has won their last 2 games, and they're looking to close it out here with 3:17, but Baltimore will get the ball back. Ball on the tee. Arena with the boot will kick it. And we're back underway with 3:17 left in the 4th quarter. Baltimore will have a high and tall order to come back from this one, as they are now 3 possessions down by 18. Shann, a quick score, and you're going to have to get an onside kick, and then you're going to have to get almost another onside kick with the short amount of time we have left on the clock.
Yeah, and I don't see that happening. You may get the first, but maybe not the second. So Baltimore's really got to bring it on this drive here.
South in the gun, and he'll dump it off, and that's incomplete. A nice defensive effort there. That's number 41, Colin LaMarche, who was in the backfield, or in the middle of the field, excuse me, and was waiting on that one. Incomplete, 3:09. And now's kind of really the chance, Shann, for Ludacris and that defensive line to break free for Atlanta and just go get the quarterback.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
On 2nd and 10, 3 defensive linemen on the field for the Swarm. They'll bring all of them. South, the quick out route there has got Mike Osai for 4 yards, and that'll be 3rd and 6. Only 3 seconds coming off the clock. A nice timing route by Osai to kind of make this 3rd down a little bit more manageable.
It's even hard to hear you right here in the booth, Andy, with all this buzzing going around.
Yeah, they're giving it to this offense here from Baltimore, and South will throw, looking, corner route, right side, picked off again! Coming down the left sideline, and that man's into the open field, and he's going to score again! Wang Chi, the backup safety, makes the interception, and now the Atlanta defense is backing up DeMar Woods' 40-point game as they're only 6 points away. Shann, have you ever seen a game with 2 pick sixes in the same game?
I have not. Maybe once. You know, it's very unlikely. I think that, again, Baltimore is trying to force the ball. And Atlanta's defense is staying back. They know what Baltimore has to do. They know they have to make incomplete passes down the field. They're just staying back. Ludacris is leading that front 4 there and trying to disrupt the quarterback, and he's doing a great job.
Atlanta is getting very familiar with the front left corner of the end zone, and their long snapper is getting very familiar with having to snap back for extra kicks at this point. That one's on the money, and the kick is up and through. 35-10, now a 25-point difference as Atlanta is pulling away late in the game as Matt South is forced to make throws without one of his star receivers, Josh Pockmeyer.
Well, if this keeps up, Arenas is going to have to go change his shoes because that one's going to be wore out.
You're not wrong. Atlanta is 5 points away from the 40-burger that DeMar Woods promised before the game. Baltimore was using it as kind of a taunt through the first 2 quarters and into the third, and now they have kind of gone silent in the chat as Matt South has thrown for just as many interceptions.
I really honestly thought it was going to be the veteran coming in, showing the young guy, this is how you play football. This is how you make completions. And I'm just not seeing it. He may be making completions to the wrong team.
Matt South back on the field after that pick six. 3 receivers split out, and he's going to toss it again. Looking deep down the field, and he's got an open man. Mike Osai into the open field. No one's going to touch that man. He gone. Bye. Mike Osai, touchdown Baltimore as they gain one of the touchdowns back quickly.
And that's what they need, Andy. They needed that desperately. They had to go to Mike Osai, the veteran on this team, and say, hey, look, we've got to make some big plays. We've got to get into the end zone. Can you do that for us? And he was like, yes, give me the ball.
Mike Osai making up for the difference that Josh Pockmeyer has lost, and Baltimore now will, I think, kick the extra point to make it 17-35. Atlanta still in the lead, but I have a feeling, Shann, we're going to see an onside kick coming.
Most definitely. I think they're just doing the single point here, you know, just to put the icing on the cake.
Kick is nearly blocked. He gets it away, and it's through 17-35 with 2:42 left in the fourth. Both teams maintain all 3 of their timeouts, as well as the 2-minute warning is in play. And Atlanta is lining up for the onside kick, and it looks like Eric Walsh will put it down to try and get that one here. Kick is away, and Atlanta will cover it quickly, and they will set up offense at the 43. Shann, you're the offensive coordinator. You're 5 points away from that 40 slider that DeMar Woods was promising before the game. Are you going for it, or are you just going to run the ball and take the clock out of the game?
I'm just going to run the ball. We're up so far, and I'm just going to run the ball here, save my quarterback's confidence, and just run the clock out.
Atlanta is in the shotgun. Baltimore's defense looking to make a stand. They'll fake the handoff and dump it off quick down across the middle. Boo Chisholm the catch for 3 as DeMar Woods passes 250 yards on the day. 3 touchdowns, 3 picks. Matt South, the worst record for that, 1 touchdown and 3 interceptions, despite South coming in playing better than even Malcolm Mandel did to this point. Second and 7. This should be the last play before the 2-minute warning if Atlanta elects to take the snap before then. Woods will not do so. That'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 35-17, Baltimore on top, or excuse me, on the bottom here in the Hive as the hometown team Atlanta has the ball at the 40 of Baltimore and are looking to finish this one out. A reminder. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to ask you what you were sipping on because I've got water.
I have water too. A reminder that SFL action continues at 5 Central, 6 Eastern as Vancouver heads to Dallas on Rabbit, as well as Cleveland will take on Carolina with Colin Northrup on the call here following this game. So stick with us. The links will be posted on Discord if you are in our Discord, and if you're not, head over to simulationfl.net and make sure you join us. A third down here, Shann, for Atlanta, as Baltimore has burned their first time out. What are you doing, run or pass?
Well, I would say run, but it looks like they're going to pass the ball again.
Shotgun for Woods. He'll fake the handoff and dump it short, and that's no good as they're brought down shy at the 36, and that's out of field goal range. It's a 52-yarder if Arena wants to try it, and if not, they're going to have to punt, and Jenkins will try and pin Baltimore deep with 1:50 left in the fourth. So Shann, Baltimore not quite out of it yet. They're going to get another chance with the ball.
Yeah, but can they be proficient in moving the ball down the field? Can we see another Mike Osai touchdown here? Can we see another, big play to get them back into this game?
Atlanta cannot cover the punt, and it's going to be a touchback, and Baltimore will get the ball at the 20.
If they can catch that defense and the same defense they were in, man-to-man, and Mike Osai burns them again, they can do it again.
1:41 left. Baltimore has 1 timeout. Atlanta, on the other hand, has all 3. Matt South back in the game under center. 4 receivers, 3 to the top of the screen, 1 to the bottom, split out. South will drop to throw. Looking for it all down the left sideline, and it's caught! Kendall Gilbert down to the 44, and Baltimore burns the final timeout.
There you go. There's those playmakers. That's what you've been looking for all game. That's what Matt South has been looking for all game. People to step up. Unfortunately, it's happened, at the end of the game here, but that's what you're looking for.
The backups are in as Kendall Gilbert was working on Huey Freeman, the third cornerback for the Swarm. Do you think Mark Chisholm might have thrown the backups in a little early, Shann?
Not necessarily. Everybody has to have a chance to get some playing time. I think this is a good time for them to do that.
Still a huge difference on the scoreboard, but Baltimore would love to put more points on the board. Matt South to throw again. Will throw the out route here, and a nice grab there by number 85, Sean Augustine, for 7 to the 36, but more importantly, gets out of bounds and stops the clock. Shann, of the remaining slate, which game are you most excited for as we look forward to Vancouver, Dallas, Cleveland, Carolina, Alaska at Houston tonight at 7 Central, 8 Eastern, and then the 2 games in the coming days, Mexico City at Sioux Falls and Chicago at Queen City?
I'm really looking forward to the Alaska-Houston game. 2 great defenses up against one another. I think it's going to be a great game.
A good throw by Matt South there moves the chains, and he has a new set of downs here, and he'll dump it off again short. Augustine, another catch for 7 there, and Baltimore will enact the hurry up as we are right around 60 seconds left to play. South to throw on 2nd and 3, wanting it all, going end zone, got it, man! Touchdown, Kendall Gilbert adds to the scoreline and pads that number as both teams are kind of setting up shop and firing on all cylinders here in the fourth.
Now, let me ask you a question, Andy. You think it's smart to go for 2 here, or should you just go for the 1 and try to get the ball back?
You know, I've always kind of been on the train of go get your points. Why not, right? It makes it easier.
Yeah, I agree.
And they're not going to do it. They're going to kick the field goal. But, like, you know, you go for 2 and you get it, you're down by 10, and that makes your second drive after your next one a little bit easier if you were able to convert both touchdowns. Or both onside kicks, I should say. That one's through. The onside team will come back out. And, Shann, what are you thinking here if you are Baltimore?
I need the ball back. I need the ball back now. Go get it for me.
No timeouts. This is really going to be the play of the game because if Atlanta can grab it 2 timeouts, 2 kneel downs should do it as they have all 3 of their timeouts and are the only team with one. Here's the kick. It's a bouncer. It's bobbled! And Atlanta falls on it. Luckily, the bobble went right through the first line, and I thought Baltimore might have a chance at it, Shann.
Yeah, and they absolutely did. That little bobble there, I thought, I almost jumped up out of my seat here in the booth. But, yeah, I also think if Pat Meyer was there, he would have, had some speed on that end over there to get the ball.
Instead, Atlanta will take a knee. Baltimore cannot stop the clock, and that will go ahead and do it. Shann, first game in the booth, first time in Atlanta in the recording booth as opposed to being on the field. How'd you think you did?
I guess I had my ups and downs. I mean, this is new to me, but I definitely enjoyed it. I like the game of football. I love the SFL, so anything I can do to help out, I'm always appreciative for all the stuff that Cam does to allow me to do that.
If you guys are interested in helping out with color commentary, you can go ahead and message me, Andy Hamilton, on Discord for everyone at SFL Network. It was a great game between Atlanta and Baltimore. Atlanta takes this one 35-24 over the Crabs here at the Hive in Atlanta. Congratulations are in order to Mark Chisholm as his team moves to 5-1. Baltimore falls to 3-2 3-3 at the halfway point of the season. SimulationFL.net. Stick with us. We have more coming in the rest of the day.